Hello and welcome to Innovator Baat, and I'm your host Rishabh. And as you know, in this show, we talk about startup journeys and about startup founders who are working with SIC, IIT Kanpur, and who are generating impact. One such story I bring today to you guys is about Assassination Ventures, and also one of the few women founders who we are interviewed in this channel. So, welcome to Garima Kapoor, who is the founder of Assassination Ventures, and they are creating an impact, a very unique problem statement which they have identified, and very with a very futuristic thoughts. So we'll be exploring her journey, her what impact she is creating, and how a small venture with uh, ideas that can bring impact into the uh, 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 in Earth are working and are sustaining in India, and also what are the challenges they face as a women entrepreneur. We will be exploring on those points. So, welcome to the show, Garima.
Thank you, Rishabh. Thank you so much for having us. Excited to talk about the work we're doing and so grateful to SIIC for this opportunity and the support that they've always had with us.
So, Garima, starting with the first question, I'll ask, like to, understand how this idea came up to you, and then, what were those initial thoughts, and when did start your startup started?
So the initial seed, Plantables. So the startup name is Susnovation Ventures. I'll do a brief intro about the work that we're doing. So Susnovation Ventures stands for Sustainable Innovation. And the brand name under which Susnovation Ventures operates is called Plantables. The idea behind Plantables started way back in 2016 when me and my co-founder, who's also my husband, Sumat, we were looking for wedding cards for our own wedding celebrations. And we wanted to opt for something eco-friendly, and we wanted to make seed paper based wedding cards. So cards that can actually be planted post use and our guests don't have to throw them out. That time in 2016, there were not a lot of options available in the market. The ones that were there were not very attractive, they were not pocket friendly, and they were not feasible, and it was not working out at the time. So we ended up making our own wedding cards using seed papers with seeds of tomato and chili embedded in them. The response that we got from friends and family towards this initiative, so to say, for our own wedding was very heartening. Slowly, there was a lot of interest in how we can, take this further, what other products we can make using sustainable materials, how we can address the problem of landfill waste and generation that is plaguing our current generation so much. So that is how the seeds for plantables started way back in 2016, and slowly in 2018 between 18 and 19, we started with our website and brand Plantables with a single calendar and for 2019. So that is how the whole journey basically started. And here we are now, a few years down the line, primarily working towards accelerating the shift of global consumers towards more sustainable alternatives without them having to compromise in the design and the quality of the products that they use. Using sustainable materials and sustainable practices of production and printing, we are working with various materials, including seed paper, which is a wood-free cotton scrap paper, other materials like cork, wood, etc., and cotton fabrics to make beautiful products which are design focused and innovative and provide alternatives to regular products.
Okay, so yeah, as you said that there are not much of an alternative which are present even at SIAC when we do lot of conferences and workshops, when we go out to the vendors asking for sustainable material. Knowingly, unknowingly, we have to go with the conventional things which are available outside. Those are the plastic ID cards and things. I remember your product being showcased in one of our events at ASEAN India, where 11 countries were showcased, and it took the stage. Everybody liked the idea of those sustainable ID cards and other
Yeah.
conference materials which you make.
I have, yes,
Yeah,
these
yeah.
conference
This also
materials.
looks very beautiful. Not compromised with
Yes.
the design, and the look and feel is almost very good. So,
This makes a lot of sense as an alternative, as a switch for these events. Yes.
Yes. Garima, I mean, the challenge which most of the entrepreneurs face is having a teammate. At your case, it was your own husband, as you said, that you started with a team. What were the initial challenges which you had faced when you started your, I mean, entrepreneurial journey? Were you doing some job before that, or how did you navigate those challenges?
I was working as a content writer
Mm,
at a publication house prior to this. I was also into marketing. I was working with Encyclopedia Britannica, and my husband had he had a unit for packaging. But our initial challenges, so to say,
mm,
were primarily focused around ensuring that we were able to, work with beautiful designs on these materials without compromising on the seed quality of the paper.
mm,
So, the conventional printing practices that are there in the market,
mm,
they involve a lot of heat and pressure,
mm,
and they involve inks which are toxic and not very, sustainable. Our focus initially was on finding solutions towards these challenges. We worked with various materials, various processes to till we were able to sort of find. So we were able to find a solution to this. So the inks that we use for all the products that we make are water-based inks. They are aqueous inks, and the processes that are used are they don't involve heat or pressure of any kind. So the seeds that are there in the paper, you can see the basil seeds here,
mm,
the marigold seeds in the paper, vegetable seeds in the paper. They don't get impacted by during the printing process. So it's a very slow, tedious process. So ensuring that the methods that we were using were truly sustainable was one of our primary focus and challenges initially when we started. Post that, of course, educating the customer base. So initially, sustainability was it was a very niche market.
mm,
It had a very niche following. It was not very popular because at the time, sustainability uh, was associated with very dull monochromatic designs. We wanted to change that with a focus on quirky, fun, interesting designs, patterns. Educating the masses in putting out such beautiful products and designs, and so this is also Sea Paper Journal, like you see, and
mm.
making these kind of products and educating the masses about this and how we can make sustainability cool again, making it offering customizations which were like unparalleled, right? And so that those were some of the initial challenges. Bringing people on board, especially for wedding cards. So wedding cards is something which is very, very personal. And
Okay.
it so like this is a wedding card that we made recently
Wow.
for a Kashmiri wedding.
Yes.
So bringing parents also on board and shifting them from that mindset of very fancy, shiny, grand wedding cards towards something that is more sustainable,
Mm,
more mindful, more thoughtful,
mhm.
and carries a story of growth and love with it. So changing that mindset was something that we worked really hard towards initially.
Talking about the technical aspect of when you talk about seed paper, so how effective are the seeds? For example, I'm using any wedding card per se. If this, I just throw it away. So how will it grow, or does it need a nurture, or it has some capabilities of growing on its own if it's lying down somewhere in, like, let's say, a trash pit or someplace. So how that technicality works?
See, like any seed, the seeds that are there in seed paper, their basic function is similar to any seeds that you might get in the market or you might source from, etc. Okay, they need some TLC, they need a good amount of soil. Like we generally, in our instructions, we add that you should use coco peat soil when you're planting the seeds.
Mhm.
And you are, when you are, you should offer like little sunlight, nominal amount of water. But apart from that, of course, seeds are seeds. They can germinate even if they're thrown out and into the wild. If they find the right atmosphere, the right soil conditions, the right amount of moisture, they will sprout
Mhm.
wherever they're planted. Even through concrete, we've known plants to start sprouting. So that is how seeds, even in seed papers, also work. When we say that, we are trying to reduce landfill waste when we are making these papers, and sometimes people might not be interested in planting the papers per se, these papers are made from wood-free cotton scrap. So the raw material that is used to make is tree-free. We are not cutting down any trees. It is
Hmm.
made from upcycled cotton from textile industry.
Yeah,
So waste
I think
cotton
so.
from textile industry is upcycled pre-consumer cotton that is
Mhm.
upcycled to make this paper, and then seeds are added to it. And then using that, we print and craft products that we make out of it.
That's again a
So
waste to value practice which you are bringing in.
yes, yes, yes. It is all these materials are completely tree-free.
Mhm.
So the idea again is that all of these products, these wedding cards, they're completely biodegradable, even if it is in the landfill and nobody is taking care of them.
Mhm.
They will decompose very quickly as compared to a laminated
Mhm.
plastic coated wedding card or a plastic coated conference tag. As opposed to that, something like this with cotton and with paper, this would decompose, not add um, to the pollution that is to the pollution of the soil, air, and water over the course of its life cycle. So we are also trying to make products which, at the end of its at the end of their life cycle, they become one with the earth.
Okay. So, I mean, while you were answering this question, one idea I mean, popped up in my mind that when you're making these cards and then I mean, when they're compared with their conventional alternatives, how much competition do you face in the market? What is the price difference? Are we having that, I mean, that plus over the conventional products? So, what is that in the market when you see?
So as far as our so this I would say this for all of our products, not just our wedding cards, even planners and other gifting products like these. Uh, a lot of times people connect with us for our designs,
Mhm.
and then they get to know that this is plantable also, oh, this is sustainable also. So oftentimes on the face of it, we compete with our designs, and we have a very solid market base as compared to conventional products and conventional offerings of wedding cards and other solutions, because the designs and the quality and the service also speaks for itself. Apart from that, as far as the price point is concerned, most of these products come in a premium range for wedding cards. And in a premium range, even if you go for a conventional material wedding card, the price would be at par with the plantable wedding card. And at that same price, you're getting something which is eco-friendly, which is sustainable, and which is beautiful at the same time. So yes, so that is something that we was part of our initial challenge also, making sure that these products, the switch is easy, the switch is pocket friendly, the switch is easy enough for people to make towards sustainable materials. That can only happen if the price point is not very high.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
that can only happen if people find economic value as well as sustainable value, environmental value in the products that they're choosing. So yes, our products and the pricing is at par with regular products, but they are in a premium range given the design and the quality aspects also.
Yes. So, I mean, in Garima, when you look back, I mean, when you were doing your content writing job, which life you thought was, I mean, which one was easier for you to, I mean, I mean, obviously you are happy right now, you're doing something of your own, but which, when you compare both the lives, how different it is from being a content writer to being a startup founder.
It is very, very different, of course. It's a whole different ball game. There are different challenges, different issues that come up on a daily basis as an entrepreneur, as a brand founder. But it is also equally rewarding. I mean, I would not change it for anything, so to say, because it is very, very interesting, fulfilling to create products. When we started this out, my partner and we were both interested in creating new products. We were interested in innovating, making physical products, working with people in bringing their ideas to life. And as an entrepreneur, we there like you're responsible for end to end brand cycle, end to end business cycle, every work, every task, be it making the products by hand, delivering it to the customers personally. We've of course done all of it. And whenever situation arises, we continue to do that even at times, even at the scale. But yes, it is. This is like a complete baby, so to say, that we have. And it is always, it is extremely rewarding. And we're very, very grateful for the opportunities that we've had through this, the kind of brands we've been able to work with, the kind of people we've worked with. So we've been vendors for Mercedes-Benz for over 5 years. We've been making bags for them, letters for them, various merchandise for Mercedes. We ship to over 42 countries from so we are a tier two city.
Mhm.
We're from a tier two city, Agra, and
Mhm.
from here we've had the opportunity of working with customers from across 42 countries.
Wow.
That itself is, very, very,
Yeah.
it is very fulfilling, very rewarding. I would like to show you something
Mhm.
that we made for a customer from Saudi Arabia.
Mhm.
He was looking for a gift mm, for her baby announcement, and this is something that we created and
Mhm.
customized
Mhm.
especially for her. So the whole box is seed paper, is
Mhm.
made from seed paper.
Mhm.
Okay, and a, it
Wow.
has a grow kit inside. It has the scroll. This is a scroll box.
Mhm.
This box has a scroll invitation with a message for her baby announcement.
Mhm.
And this has a grow kit. It has a coin, cocoa peat soil coin. These leaves are also plantable. The whole box is plantable, and the pot is made of coir pot. So this is something that is not off the shelf, okay, at all. This was
Mhm.
completely customized
Customized. Yeah.
for the celebration that she had.
Mhm.
So at Plantables, we are also focused on customizing sustainability to your requirements and to your needs and to your design ideas. So that is also something that we are working at.
I mean, when I look at your journey, I can see there are a lot of ups that had gone. Were there the times of lows, and how have you navigated them?
See, there are challenges that come up in uh, in a business journey at all times.
Mhm.
So of course, there have been lows, there have been challenges as well. There have been very, very tricky order situations also. We've had, uh, so we have never like shied away from a challenge. Uh, so recently, mm, we by challenges we can maybe talk about some of the larger orders that we've had to do in very short amount of time. The team pulls through in those times. It is challenging, but we've pulled all-nighters to complete large orders for 600 kits for NASCOM. We did in 2 days during our initial years.
Mhm.
We this year we had an opportunity of actually planning and executing an entire the decoration for an entire wedding,
Wow.
a traditional Indian wedding,
Mhm.
um, with four functions, everything. And the groom and the bride, they wanted a sustainable wedding. So our team, this is something that was very much out of our comfort zone,
Mhm.
not a physical product that we are making.
Mhm. Mhm.
We were designing, planning, conceptualizing for their gifts, for their room hampers, for their decoration, the whole wedding, Sangeet, the all four functions for the decorations we did completely out of our comfort zone. But this is something that the team rose to the challenge here, and
Mhm.
it was very frightening. I would not deny that it was very frightening because it was somebody's wedding, one day event,
Mhm.
so much responsibility. But thankfully, we were able to pull through. The event was a great success. And we made like large sized I don't have that with me right now, but I can
Mhm.
share pictures of that. We made large sized lotuses and flowers
Mhm.
for mandap and for various celebrations.
Mhm.
We also did beautiful brooches, plantable brooches for the bride and the groom. The
Mhm.
entire stationery that was done, the
Mhm.
entire decoration from scratch. We didn't use like flex in any of the celebrations. All banners were made from cotton board materials. The
Mhm.
decorations were a mix of plantable paper, fabric, wood, and natural flowers, which were again recycled post the event. So this was something that was completely out of our regular,
Mhm.
area of work, but an opportunity that came our way. The team rose to the challenge of executing this. See, there can be challenges. There have been challenges. There have been growths as well. But just the idea of ensuring that we are working towards a good cause. We are working towards offering sustainable alternatives. We are working towards um, a better world is what keeps us going. We feel that this work is important. We feel that the kind of products that we are developing, the kind of conversations that our work is initiating is important. So that is something that keeps us going.
I mean, there can be times and places, and that happens most with the entrepreneurs when they are starting at the early times, when you have to uh, uh, when you're involved in a deal where you are not very much comfortable, or I mean, they're trying to negotiate with you a lot, or like pushing you to work more. So how have you, how smart, that also makes the founder smarter by each I mean, the deals they do. So how has been that journey of yours? Any interesting story about that?
See, we've been fortunate enough to have customers and clients uh, who've been respectful of the work and the quality of the products that we offer. And as far as negotiating challenging situations go, if the work and if the challenges worth it in terms of the product that we are creating, in terms of the value that we are adding to the brand, then we don't shy away from pulling out all stops to ensuring that the customer as and the client has a positive experience for their brand, for their work with Plantables. So in that way, as as a startup, um, startups can we have faced various such challenges, but it has been our determination to get to the other end, to make sure keeping customer service and customer experience at the as one of our highest priorities, without compromising on the basic ethics of sustainability that we stand for. That is something that we do put a hard, we have a hard stance on, that the products that we are making are sustainable. We've not compromised on the materials or on the processes while we are delivering challenging orders. So that is something. So there are, of course, certain points that we have our boundaries as well in terms of sustainability, in terms of quality. But as far as volume of order or deadlines are concerned, that is something that that we work hard to overcoming those kind of challenges, be it short deadlines or large volume. And the customers also, they also appreciate the efforts. Uh, we've recently had the opportunity of working with Rebel Foods,
Mhm.
which is one of the largest cloud kitchen brands in the world. And with their Sweet Truth brand, we made these roses for Valentine's Day. This was a construction that was developed, specially for them
Mhm.
in house by our design team. So this is a plantable rose that comes out. This went out with we had to make these 10,000 of these roses
Mhm.
in a record amount of time, that was shipped
Mhm.
out to over 330 kitchens pan India. So
Mhm.
a mammoth task for a small team based out of a tier two city.
Mhm.
But these are the kind of challenges, the kind of orders that we sort of, thrive on. Like it is wonderful once you're able to execute it and get through to the other end, and the customer also has a great experience about it. So uh, despite all the challenges that come our way, we by keeping customer service and customer experience at the forefront of it without compromising on sustainability, that is, some of our benchmarks that we follow.
Managing finances is one of the important uh, aspect for a startup to be sustained for a longer term. And also, in the field which you are working, you have to have good designers with you, a good team with you who can work tirelessly. And same goes with the amount of, uh, salaries which you will be giving. So how had you managed those financial challenges? Who manages finance in your company? And also, are you bootstrapped till now, or have you raised any rounds of funds?
We've been bootstrapped until quite recently. We've not had any external funding up till last year when we got incubated with IIT Kanpur. So that was like our first external grant, so to say. We've not raised a formal round of funding, but we have had the support of institutions like Startup India Seed Fund, IIT Kanpur, and Irma Anand in our journey, which has been quite recent as well. Till then, last year we were completely bootstrapped
Mhm.
and we were profitable. We were putting all the earnings back into the business and making sure that we were scaling through the revenues that we were making. So see, one of the most important points that come here is, of course, ensuring sales. And for sales, we've again, the focus has been on the quality of the product, honesty in the work and the deliveries that we've been doing, honesty in our commitments and in our service. If there is a deadline, if there's an event, it is a hard deadline. Come rain, come storm, come any kind of calamity, we have to make sure, even if we send out a person personally to deliver that product wherever in the world that has to go out, we have to make sure that it reaches. If it's an event, it's a commitment, it's a commitment. So by sticking to our commitments, sticking to the quality of our work, we've been able to develop that confidence from customers to ensure repeatability. So repeatability also ensures regular orders, regular work for the team. We are also strong believers in the values of Jugaad technology. We believe in frugality. It is a part of our core vision statement as well. Being frugal in management of our resources is something that we focus on. So we ensure that there's no waste generated from our. So we are a manufacturing unit, but we're almost a zero to low waste manufacturing setup. All the scrap that is generated is recycled to make fresh products. The scrap that is generated from the paper and other products that we make is recycled again into this to make fresh products. We ensure that the team that is working on is also, of course, they should have uh, value and growth in the work that they're doing. Otherwise, why would they want to, continue with an enterprise or a startup like that? So we ensure growth for our team members. But all of that, of course, is supported with an oncoming stream of revenue, which, of course, is ensured by the work and the honesty in the products that we send out. So even for finance, so my partner, Sumat, he takes care of the primary finance. We have a very nice accounting team locally who also helps us with the regular accounting work as well. But as far as planning of financing is concerned, we've been focused on frugality and Jugaad technology as one of our primary, you know, statement benchmarks again, and of course, quality of the work to ensure repeatability of orders and trust of customers.
I'm talking about sustainability in the ecosystem of India right now. How much scope do you see, and how welcoming it is by the boom of the startup culture, which is happening across India, and a lot of startup founders, women founders, are coming ahead. I mean, dropping their conventional ways and ease, and they're trying to make a change like you are doing right now. What is the scope in your personal niche, and what is that? I mean, something, have you observed something that you can say that upcoming years can make change?
Yes, so the interest and the information and the realization around sustainability, around our contribution towards ensuring, you know, low landfill waste, low waste generation, controlling pollution, climate action. All of that is definitely increasing. Even over the past few years that we have been in this sphere and we are working towards sustainable products and offering these solutions, we've seen a very definitive increase in interest and a lower threshold towards making this switch towards sustainable materials. People are more conscious of their choices. People are more conscious of what they're consuming, what they're purchasing, uh, what is the life cycle of the products that they're using. So after I'm done with using a particular item, what happens to that product down the line? How is it getting decomposed? Composting is coming up in a large way. A lot of households are practicing that also in their homes, even if it's in flats, even if it's in larger houses, people have started practicing that. So the conversations around sustainability and climate action is definitely increasing. There is a long, long way to go towards an ideal, you know, utopian society or space that we might want to develop. But the conversations are definitely getting stronger. There is a larger interest in sustainable products, given the kind of work that other brands and organizations are also doing in offering options and alternatives in this sphere is again further fueling that interest, and people are more conscious of their consumption and purchasing choices. So it hopefully sustainability down the line is something that is going to grow. It is a massive market. There's a lot of scope because see, when people ask me who are your competitors, competitors are people who are working with regular materials, you know, who
Mhm.
are working for, say, conference tags. It is somebody who's making plastic conference tags. That is somebody that I would like to compete with. And or if it is wedding cards, if it is people who are making materials, still using materials with plastic base or lamination, etc., to make wedding cards. So my competition is with folks who are still using conventional materials to make these products, and not just sustainable brands. Because as sustainable brands, as a tribe who are as a part of the tribe who's making sustainable products, we are all on the same team, and we are working towards the same goal, ensuring low landfill waste and a positive climate action and positive sustainable story across the board. There's a
So, before I go to my last question, I just wanted to ask, do you receive stories from your customers? Sharing photographs of the plants who have like grown out of the seeds of plantables. Like
we do,
how's that
we
feeling
do,
when you
we
receive?
do. We receive that quite often. It is wonderful to see that. See, we keep testing our plants and our seed papers at our end to a large extent. So we know that the seeds are of good germination quality, and that's why we use the processes that we use. And when we get this validation from customers as well, so there is, of course, a very positive feeling. Recently, a brand, Ciara, they are an organic fabric garment brand, and they connected with us. Again, a repeat client, they connected with us for bags for their brand, and they shared images of their customers growing marigolds out of seed paper bags, and the positive impact that had on their brand. And then that sort of, push them into ensuring that they continue using seed paper bags for their organization. So this is just one story. We receive a lot of images from folks who've taken wedding cards from us, growing marigolds, growing basil, growing vegetables out of these products. And yes, so we do receive regular images from customers. And apart from seed paper, Rishabh, Plantables is also focused on various other materials as well, including organic fabrics, including cork and wood, upcycled wood based products as well. So, seed paper, of course, is one of our hero products. And this is something that started our journey, but we are also continuously working with multiple other sustainable materials as well.
You just said the premise of my last question. So my last question was that what is the vision of plantables when you see in upcoming 10 years, and are we going to innovate more in other field? Because as you said that there are not many options in the current field which you are working in. Same goes with every other field where plastic has entered and people are facing challenges. Knowingly, unknowingly, they have to, unwillingly, they have to use plastic over there. So are we trying to going to expand? What's that plan? What's that vision?
No, so I said that there is a lot of scope in the work that we are doing, the products that we are making. So the vision down the line is to have a space where all kinds of materials can be customized directly at ease through our website. So we have a website called plantables.store, and we are also using Gen AI to have direct customization for products on our website directly. Our vision is to make sustainability very, very easy for folks to opt for. They can order customized products directly from our website with endless customizations on be it wedding cards, be it brand collaterals, be it custom packaging for their brand. We do a lot of packaging as well. So just provide working towards various alternatives to regular materials, which is using sustainable materials and ensuring customization at a fast-paced scale. And also, we're trying to also bring in local craftsmen into this sustainable sphere. So we're working with local craftspeople to offer customized sustainable products to the world audience. So that is something that we are working on as well now going forward.
So thank you so much, Garima. It was a great dialogue with you, and I really liked the way entire conversation had, flown. We got it was really insightful, and as we try to keep it very unfiltered, and all the questions are very on spot. So thank you so much for sharing your story, and I hope that
Thank
more
you.
whoever is watching and whoever is thinking of starting their startups, your story would be a fuel to them, and they might, get an inspiration to start their own venture. So, thank you so much for joining with us today.
Thank you, Rishabh. Thank you for having us. It was wonderful talking to you.